And we record. Can I get you to state your name, what grade you're in, and what your part was in the mock car crash today?
All right, my name is Victoria Cook. I am a junior at the high school, and I was one of the every 30 minutes victims. So basically every 30 minutes, a teenager is killed by a drunk driving accident, and I was one of the people that passed away.
Passed away. Were you early in the morning or late in the afternoon?
I was at 11 o'clock, but they called me out of class at 12:30 because of the lunches.
All right. So do they, Larry, because I gotta pretend like I'm dumb and everything. Do they send you back to your classroom to interact with students, or what do you have to do with?
Sorry. We are sent back to the classroom, but first we get our face painted all white, and then we have black circles around our eyes, and we aren't allowed to talk for the rest of the day. The teachers basically go on with class, and like if they ask a question, we can't answer it. Like we're basically just there observing, like as if we weren't really there at all. And the goal is to not be noticed, but obviously a lot of kids are like, oh, hey, look, they have face paint on. Let's see what we can make them do. So
Yeah. When you were in this, like, what did you have to do, like, in, like, the classrooms to keep from not talking? Like, what were some of the emotions that you felt? And, like, when you actually saw other students, do you feel that some students were actually getting the whole point behind this?
I felt some students were actually getting it very well. There, of course, like, some of the younger students I don't think quite got it, which was a little upsetting because, like, they don't realize how big of a role, like, doing this is, like, how much power and impact it has on other people. And I felt like they almost made fun of it. I don't know, maybe they're just too young to really get it because some of them don't drive, or, you know, they just really haven't ever experienced anything like it. But, like, for the older students, they got what it was, and they didn't have, like, we didn't have as many problems with, like, older students trying to get people to laugh or, like, talk or anything like that.
What kind of like emotions did you feel like when it was going on? Like, was it really hard? Like, did you almost want to, like, at one point just scream out and say, I'm still alive?
No, I came pretty close to crying though, like, because, like, I was so upset that some of the kids didn't get it and that they thought it was just this big joke and, like, this big game, like, oh, haha, like what the juniors and seniors get to do. And that really made me mad because it's like, if you were in this position and you've seen what's gone on in, like, years past and, you know, you really pay attention to what's going on, you're not going to think it's very funny. And, like, it's hard to, like, sit in class and, like, hear people talk about it and make jokes about it, which I understand some people do that because that's the way they deal with things. But for us kids who don't deal with things like that, who deal with it different ways, it got a lot of people upset, and I don't think it's really cool.
All right, in one word, can I get you to describe what this whole experience was like, the whole shebang?
The whole thing was, I'm not sure there's a word to describe it, actually. It definitely teaches you a lesson. Like, you don't realize, like, you know, everybody's like, oh, that'll never happen to me. And even though this wasn't real, it kind of, like, put you in the mindset of, wow, look what one day can do. Like, you don't realize how much time you have until you're gone.
Yeah, you could lose 20 students in a day.
Right. So, I don't know, it's just really powerful. Like, the whole experience is really powerful and very meaningful.
All right, well, thank you.